I'm going into my senior year of college and I wanted to share some real raw advice that I wish someone had told me before. I'm here to actually tell you guys the truth of transferring from a community college or wherever to university and hopefully make the transfer experience a lot smoother and better than mine was. And although I did transfer in as a junior, this video is meant for anyone in college, whether you're going in as a freshman, junior, senior, or if you're thinking about college. I honestly suggest this for anyone. I'm just gonna take you through my whole junior year from beginning to end, which now I'm a senior. So before I dive into everything, I do want to give you guys a little warning. I'm gonna be super real about it. This is something that people don't talk about. I've met people, a lot of alumni, a lot from my brother's friends, and I remember he had them over and they were like, oh, how do you like your experience? And I was like, the school's kind of mid. And they were like, no, for real, how do you feel? And I straight up told them I absolutely hate it, and they were full on crapping on the school. I will be dissing my school. I just want to be super honest with everything, and with this video I guarantee you will have such a smooth experience. Also, one last thing before we start and I take you on this whole journey, if you want to see how I really felt, more of a raw moment, I cannot believe I posted this. This is the video. I remember rewatching it and I was like, damn Sally, I cannot believe you said all of that, but I'm also really happy I did because it's a good reflecting point for me. Anyways, let's dive into this video, especially since school is starting. I'm in the quarter system. I don't start until end of September, but I do have friends in the semester system, and I might honestly be a little late for this, but it's okay. Whenever you find this video, I hope it helps. Anyways, let's dive in. My community college experience, I didn't have the typical 2-year fresh out of high school type of transfer experience. I was originally gonna go to this university straight out of high school, so that's why if you're a freshman, I recommend sticking, because I was a freshman once like that, and not a freshman in CC but university. Anyways, it didn't happen and I didn't start community college until January, basically the second semester. I've made a community college video. I absolutely love my experience, and I think this is why my transfer experience was so rough for me, because it's imagine going from such a nice, okay, it's crazy to say this because obviously the university I go to is it's a pretty good university, and also I'm very grateful for it, but it's just my community college better. I love my professors, I love my advisors, the classroom setting, just the environment itself. And also I had a lot more freedom, which is so bizarre to say because I was living at home versus when I moved out to a little city, a very big city, and I felt extremely suffocated and trapped. So anyways, I transferred in a year and a half to my university. Looking back, I don't regret it at all. So I am going to dive into how difficult my junior year was, but I truly believe in God's divine timing, and God wanted me to go to that university. Even though I hate it, when I say hate it, I'm going to tell you, fall absolutely sucks. So just don't be shocked, okay? Just getting that out of the way. I didn't want to think about it, but I'm making this video pretty late because I've taken this summer as a time to heal from everything, because guys, do you know how many times at my community college they were like, oh, we're bringing in these business students, we're bringing in these whatever students who went to what and what school, these prestigious schools, and they're going to talk about their experience, and they're like, oh yeah, now I'm working, my experience was amazing, whatever. No one tells you when you transfer as a junior year is the worst year ever. It sucks when you transfer. No one tells you that, and I was genuinely losing my mind. I'm why is no one talking about this? I remember calling someone, I was telling him, yo, this absolutely sucks, why has no one talked about it? And he's just laughing because he graduated and he's like, Sally, it sucks. And honestly, shout out to him, literal savior. And he didn't go to my university, so don't get me started on my university. He went to a different university, and he gave me the most reassurance and closure ever, so shout out to him. I had people at my school, seniors, who honestly, my biggest, it's not regret, it's all learning experiences. Guys, your environment matters, and if I could go back in time, which I never like to think like this because everything happens for a reason, I would say to not be in certain social groups and clubs, because I was with people I'll never forget, because this guy would constantly say stuff I would never tell someone. Let me talk about the first day, because I think this has to do a lot with my whole junior year. I remember my move-in day. I made a dorm video. I was in the transfer dorms. Do I recommend it? I don't know. Do I regret it? I don't know. Let me tell you why. Our food was amazing. Also, I say amazing, I don't really cook that well. Every time I make salmon, I hella burn it, so don't make me a chef. What do they call it? A critic, a food critic. I would be really bad at that because I'd say everything's amazing because want to eat food. I love the food. I remember I'd get like 4 slices of cheese pizza, and that's the whole reason I did dorms. I literally had these 2 girls who really wanted me to be in the apartments with them, but I was like, I cannot cook, and they were like, just get frozen food from Trader Joe's. I don't want to eat frozen food. I honestly though, aside from the food, I don't suggest it if you're someone like me. If you're very introverted and you are grown, the transfer dorms are basically a bunch of freshmen. No diss to freshmen, I was a freshman once too, and freshmen, you're very excited and you're a lot happier. You're just younger, okay? I feel like that school has aged me 20 years. I don't want to say I recommend it, but I don't want to say I don't recommend it because it's convenient in regards to, I don't know, honestly, but I can't say I regret it because I am so tolerant of everything now. Like nothing can really bug me, and I'm kind of glad for that. Before, I wouldn't be able to study with people around me, and I had to just adapt to that, and I'm grateful for it because I lived with these 2 and I had to do everything with them there. So I learned to just, I cannot care. Like, you cannot care or else you cannot live. The only thing about my living situation is don't dorm with people who are very different than you. I don't want to talk about rooming stuff because I don't want to give any energy to those people at all. I will say my living situation made it super hard for me, and I think that's why I felt absolutely stuck. In my head, I had this whole plan. I was really ready for everything I wanted to do. When in the beginning, it was really good. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. And I had a really good routine. Like, I would wake up at like 5 a.m., 6 a.m. because I'm a morning person. I'd be able to go to the gym, and then I'd come back, shower and eat, and then go to class. So I was like set. A bit later, it started to get really bad for me, and my mom, like, when I told her, she just said it was like evil eye, because the stuff that was happening to me was weird. Also, I believe like God is like, obviously he's always protect me, whatever, but also evil eye is very real, and that's why like I was in an environment where I couldn't be alone. Like, I was constantly around people. I came back from the gym and my headphones had like broke, like Beats. They somehow broke like this, and I've had them for 2 years or 3 years prior. Like, nothing has ever happened to them, and then I'd randomly get nosebleeds. There were so many other small things, and I was low-key just going through it, but I kept pushing and I was like, it's whatever. I am getting sidetracked. So the first day, my brother and my dad, and they were like, yo, let's get falafel. They had dropped me off. We didn't even eat it together, so I don't know why we did that. But right when I was in the dorm setting, I felt it. I'm like, this is really not my place. Like, I don't belong here. And I didn't listen to that. I had a lot of times in my head I really wanted to switch to the apartments. I had friends who did that, and I get why I didn't, but I really did think about it. And I do want to say something. If you don't like your living situation, just change it. Just change it, because your living situation matters so much. Like, it affected my academics and my well-being being in the dorms, honestly. I remember taking the food and I literally went and sat. We have like this grassy hill. I just sat on the grass and my face looked dead. Like, I have a picture of it because I couldn't even smile. I just posed like that, and it was such a bizarre time, but I basically clocked everyone's energy that was around me. I don't know why this was such a shock to me, guys. This is like me being really stupid and naive. No one is grown. Not no one, sorry, I'm generous. I'm gonna use a lot of generalizations. They're not like, I'm not saying everyone, but a lot of people are not grown. I swear this has to either be my school thing or maybe this is a university thing, because I've never experienced this before. But the guys at my school, I will dodge like crazy, because if you look at them, I remember asking someone for homework help. Oh my god, you can't speak to them because they think any sort of interaction you speak with them, they think you're trying to hit or something. It's so bad. That ended really fast. Like, after like week 1, I think it was week 2, I was like talking to one of my senior friends about it. He's like, yeah, don't even bother. I also absolutely hated my professors because they're all PhD professors, and also I knew going into the university that classes were going to be 400 people and professors don't care. But that wasn't enough for me to really get it into my head. And not only that, I didn't realize how much I don't like that environment. I want to be in an environment where at least I feel like my teacher cares about me. Otherwise, why am I here? Like, I know it's like immature stuff to say, but that's just stuff that really matters to me as a student, especially since I don't like school. And that's why I remember, like, at my community college, I really enjoyed it because I was like, oh my gosh, I'm taking these classes that I'm picking, and my professors actually care about me and they want me to do good. And that's why I did amazing at like community college. Having professors and having advisors that are so soulless, it was just not it. It affects transfer students more because you have something to compare it to. Let me give some quick advice on academics and classes. School matters a lot, obviously, like school always comes first, but it's different at university, especially if You don't live at home, okay? I think the transition was just so crazy for me because I didn't have a car. Having a car is such a privilege. I think without a car, not only do you feel so trapped, I'm honestly blessed though. I do have friends who they constantly pick me up, and that was like my life. That would like fuel me, you know? Dorms were a mess. Oh my gosh, I don't know why I like act like it was okay. It was not okay, and I'm so glad I'm out of that. School does come first, but time flies. I used to be able to dedicate so much time to exams and to schoolwork, but also when you're in the quarter system, and it would take me like around 30 minutes to walk from my dorm to my class. You don't have that much time to actually study and do your homework as much as you did before, and you have to like adapt to that. At least for my school and my department, they curve it they do downward. It's like they don't care about you. It's like, yeah, I want you to do really bad, I want you to fail. I don't know, I don't understand. Like, how are you admitting these people to your school and you're gonna give them these weird ass curves not to do good in your school? At CC, it's like individual based, like how you do, and just put in the effort and you'll do good. But this one, it's like how everyone does. And like, I do suggest this if you are in the dorms. Also, I'm sorry if I'm scaring you from the dorms. I want to say something. A lot of people really like them. I'm just super introverted. I was constantly around people, and people have no boundaries. And literally, I remember spending so much of my fall quarter just going to the staircase like in front of my room, because no one would go to that staircase, and just crying. Sounds bad. I'm good now, but I would cry so much because I was just so like exhausted from everything. But don't worry, like if you're going to the dorms, it's fine. I also think like everyone is gonna have a different experience, and I think some stuff will affect you more than other things, so keep that in mind. I just don't suggest, like, I used to constantly be out of the dorms. Don't do that. You'll be super unproductive. I did my worst when I was like that. All of fall, I was never in the dorms. And I remember the one time I was really sick and I couldn't leave my room. Oh, that was like a nightmare. I think why I suffered a lot, or I was really upset, was mainly because a lot of things that were happening to me, I kept like beating myself up over in my own head, saying like, I know the answer. I know how to deal with these situations. But I didn't realize that the situations I was dealing with were so much bigger than I've ever experienced in my life. Basically, it's like I'm taking that next step in life, so of course it's going to be more challenging, and part of life, like, it's just, it keeps getting more difficult, I guess. I don't know. So I would be like, how am I allowing people to take my power? What happened to me? I remember once I was telling my friend something, and it was really hurtful, but in like a good way. Like, it was like a awakening for me, because I was like, she's so right. I think this was end of winter or beginning of spring, and I was telling her something that was stressing me out, and she was like, genuinely, what happened to you? Like, you were such a baddie at community college, and like, why are you letting this affect you so much? And I had to sit there and be like, you are so right. I literally forgot about the queen herself. I hadn't watched a single piece of One Piece all my junior year, because this might sound stupid. I feel like I was very disappointed in myself, so I thought like Luffy would be disappointed in me, and honestly he probably would, because I was being so pathetic. Mainly like with the people thing, that just mainly was like fall, because winter was when I set the intention like, I'm done with people, like I don't care, I'm just gonna focus on myself and stuff like that. And then spring was amazing because I really liked spring. I can't really look back on any photos in my junior year because it's so painful to look at. I was really glowing spring quarter. You can see in my face because I was very relaxed, I was very in tune to myself and a lot happier. Some things that like I really had to stick in my head was, don't be around people who don't like you and are jealous of you. I think my biggest issue is I forget that no one is like no one is like anyone, but people don't think the way I do. And I would never ever in my life wish ill upon others or even be jealous of others. Like, I just don't have those traits, and that's why I don't think people would also, but they do. They very much do, and it's a very hard to swallow pill for me. And this, by the way, the jealousy isn't just with girls, and I think a lot of times people, like especially like girls, would be like, oh yeah, like so-and-so's jealous. No. Jealousy is with girls and guys. Like, the moment I had like one of my friends, not even a friend, graduated, I'm telling you, I felt so much better. Just energy vampires. There's not a specific gender, like anyone can be that. I do suggest getting involved, but just be careful with what you get involved in with. I think for me, the thing I enjoyed the most were actually RA events. I posted so many times on my Instagram story all the art things I was able to do with my RA events. Like, that stuff I enjoyed them so much more than any club event. I did enjoy MSA iftars though. I know people have said like MSA is crazy. It definitely is if you get involved. I don't know if I'm blessed that I'm just not hijabi, so no one really likes me. Joking, like everyone's kind of clicked in MSA and I'm kind of out of it. I really enjoy it. I just go for salah, I go for food, and I just go for like that spiritual aspect. So don't be super scared of your MSA. I was terrified to go, but I absolutely love going to jump up. Also, this is super random. If anyone is in like the business, finance, econ, whatever type of majors, do not speak to a private equity bro or just a private equity person, because I got assigned a mentor for this one club. She was in private equity. Oh my god, like you were supposed to, I don't want to even talk about it. Mainly focus on yourself. Please focus on yourself, your boundaries, like boundaries with yourself and with others, because people don't know what boundaries are. People do not have. I don't know what to say about that. If you're going into college, please have boundaries, because also you'll just attract better people. This is going to be mindset shifts I live by, honestly, after all of that. I think especially in university, at least, you have to live now, like right now. I got extremely depressed because I hated my classes and I wasn't doing anything but school. Life has to be livable now. I can't say any more than that. Like, either take that and write it on a sticky note and have it like on your wall or something, because you guys, if you're not doing the things that you love, you're gonna be so miserable. I like use time as an excuse. I used whatever as an excuse not to paint, even just basic sketching. So I would literally take my iPad, draw on Procreate like under a tree, just to have a sense of self and like remind myself that I'm still here. Like I said, like fall was only really bad. I think a main reason it was really bad was because I was in transfer dorms, meaning my whole floor, the whole building, everyone was low-key losing their mind and going crazy. I will never forget fall finals week. It was like we were in a zoo. People were losing their minds and I'm just witnessing this. I have never been in an environment with that many stressed people, and I get it, like our school I go to, academics are really stressful, whatever. I had to constantly call my sister just to like calm myself. Spring was amazing. I absolutely loved spring. Like I said, I was literally glowing. I don't even remember I took courses that align more with like my teaching style and like what I'm actually interested in, and I had the best TA ever. I had two. One of them, she's literally the best. She's so amazing. I'm yapping a lot. I just want you guys to realize that what I'm trying to say is the transition's gonna be rough, but it doesn't have to be if you just like, I guess, I don't know if it's meant to prepare yourself, but just know, just because it's rough on everyone doesn't mean that you're all feeling the same. I think I felt very alone because I'm like, oh, no one else feels this way. And I know my RA was like, oh, everyone feels this way, like that's why transfer, you know, community is so good. Yes, to an extent. I don't think that's like a healthy mindset to be like, oh, but everyone's feeling that way. Like, really validate your feelings and be there for yourself. Like, you matter, number one. I think what shocked me the most was people are so selfish and heartless. And I get it, because it's university, whatever. No one cares about anyone else but themselves and like going ahead in life. Don't be like that. And I think being in an environment where everyone around me was like that and I wasn't, really brought me down. People are fake and people care a lot about image, and it's so sad. A lot of people would be in relationships and I'd see it where literally they would not be attentive to their partner. Like, the guys would completely ignore their partners, literally just on their phones while the girl is just sitting there. I know so many people who got into relationships, like the transition, like entering their junior year, just so they don't look like they're alone, they're loners or whatever. I'm gonna add this in the time lapse. Don't tell people what's hurting you, if that makes sense. Don't tell the wrong people. A lot of people, and it's always the people closest to you who they don't really care about you. But not everyone has your best intentions, so please guard your mouth. I did not do this. I thought people, they had my back, they didn't. So when I tell them things that would really hurt me, that only really backfired on me. Also, everything I said, please don't be scared. Like, I had some amazing memories. I'm just talking about like warnings, I guess. Not even warnings. I'm just talking about like my experience, things that people don't talk about. I think university is definitely very glamorized, but it is a new chapter. Like, don't worry about it. You just need to have grace. I kept myself down. I was like, imagine my feet. I was literally chained, but I was the one who had the key. I kept myself down. I gave myself absolutely no grace. I was not kind to myself at all because I kept saying, you know better, Sally. What the heck are you doing? How can you mess up like this? No, it's okay. I'm human. You're human. Like, being tested and we're going through these trials and errors, like, that's normal and that's okay. But just know you will figure it out. Don't worry. It took me some time to really figure out what I like, and the main thing I learned about from school, I was pursuing things I'm not interested in at all. And this summer has been nice because absolutely zero LinkedIn. I have been filming for over an hour. I just want to really conclude with this, you guys. I hope this wasn't scary. I just really wanted to be transparent because no one told me And the thing is, when I say no one told me, I have so many older friends who literally went to that school, and I have someone so close to me who did. Also, every university is different. I think I honestly would have enjoyed my university experience a lot more if I just had a room to myself. You don't have to humor people. If someone's being weird, ignore them. You don't have to answer their weird messages. Straight up block them. I think the thing about my school is, this could be any university, but people are all up in other people's business. Like, this is what I mean when I say y'all are not grown. Why are you so obsessed with other people? Like, focus on yourself. That's why I couldn't do group settings. Like, I would so rather have I love solitude, and even if I'm lonely, even if I'm sad, I would rather do that by myself if I'm in a group where no one gives a crap. I've found that I do the best in my life when I really am just staying in my own lane and to myself. I think a lot of what I was doing to others is what I just had to be doing to myself, like really being here for myself. Protect your peace. Please, please, please give yourself grace. You do need a community. Best thing for me was honestly like my dean. I think without God, I don't know what I would have done. Just university, it makes sense why people act that way and why people do the stuff they do, because it's really stressful. My faith is very much about self-discipline, all about your own characteristics, and also it doesn't allow you to do those like instant gratification dopamine hits, you know? So I'm very grateful for that. That's why I love Friday prayer so much. And that wasn't something I started doing until winter and spring. But yeah, there are good people out there, and there are people for you. Don't rush friendships. Don't trust people straight away. I think I do that. I'm super gullible. The right people will find you and you'll feel it. Like, you'll know that, you know, you feel safe with them, and those are the people you should be with. And know that this is a chapter in your life, and really do try to enjoy it. I don't know why like going to university just kind of made me hate school. It's because it was very much like high school. It was like high school 2.0, and I really hated high school. So I think the fact that university was like that, it was kind of like reopening. I don't know if it's even trauma, but like I was doing that to myself because I realized, oh shoot, I never really healed from high school like I thought I did. So all those experiences, certain people, certain things that happened, I just kept tying it to high school. So like I said, literally I was training myself down. I just want to say I am super grateful for my experience and for everything, because I've learned a lot from it. I just was not giving myself any slack or any love. I was way too hard on myself, and you cannot grow if you're shaming yourself like that. You can only grow if you're like fueling yourself with love. If you are transitioning into the quarter system from the semester system, yeah, it's going to be difficult, but you'll be okay. Finals week, also don't be there because people be screaming. Just make sure you have a good support group. Don't stress yourself too much. Really find the things that like actually give you peace. And I think if you are transferring in as a junior, there's a lot more stress in regards to recruitment. Please don't stress, because that destroyed me all of fall. I would go to career events. I tried so hard and it kind of just wasn't working how I wanted to, but that was all divine protection. I was really around the wrong people, and it didn't hit me until winter. I was strict with who I allowed into my circle. I think it's just crazy how people like to see you be down. It's really weird, and I don't wish on anyone. I want this to be like, so you don't have such a rough experience, and I hope you don't even have a rough experience. Just do what works best for you. You want to be in environments that nurture you, not bring you down. Also, if you are a freshman, your experience is going to be a bit different. I do know one thing. I'm very grateful I'm not a freshman at my university. Sorry to my freshmen. A lot of people graduate in 3 years. They try to leave as fast as possible, because after that fun as a freshman, it kind of just gets like really dull. Grateful for all the amazing people I've met. Everyone else who I met, they were all learning experiences. Like, I'm so grateful for them. My vision has never been more clear, and I'm honestly excited to have 1 year left. And I will make a vlog because I know someone asked me to make a vlog, so I'll do a vlog of my first day of university, and then I'll do a graduation vlog for sure. I'm so gonna do that. I know what I'm gonna do for my stash. Like, that's what I'm looking forward to. See, before I wasn't looking forward to graduating, so I was like sabotaging myself. Keep your vision clear. Remember that you have like a mission. I had completely forgotten about everything. I let external factors affect my internal. Don't do that. You have a vision, you have a purpose. You're going to school for a reason. You are literally a baddie in whatever the heck you're doing. Don't forget that. And honestly, school is good. I'm not trying to be a mom right now, but get that education. Don't cave into whatever anyone says. Do it for you, and you got this. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and please, 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 if you have questions, anything, leave them in the comments. I can go more into depth about literally everything. I didn't make this to scare you guys. It's just like the advice that no upperclassman has ever told me, basically. But I get it. I understand, because now I'm kind of like that upperclassman right now, that everything had happened. Even though during the time I probably felt like absolutely crap, looking at it, I'm like, oh, yeah, that happened, whatever, because you just move on and it doesn't look as bad. And I think while you're living in something, it's so much worse than like the after. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed, and please feel free to comment down below. Okay, have a good one. Bye guys.